take a look at this, guys. This is what you call a mass of basil. Just to put into perspective how big this is, I'm not sure if the camera is doing this any justice. I'm going to put my arms around this just so you see just how well this has grown. Wow. And it smells absolutely amazing. The good news is you can easily achieve this in your own home. And I'm going to show you the 3 steps that I've used. And it's important that you do follow each step in order to get your basil to grow like this. If you don't want to grow this much basil, that's absolutely fine, because everything I'll show you in this video, you can replicate regardless of the size of the pot you use. So you can choose any size pot you wish, but the technique and the method I show you, you must replicate in order to get high quality basil like this. The way I started this process is I used modules like this. Now, if you want a mass of basil like the way I have here, then I recommend using a full module tray. So the first thing to do is to fill your module tray with compost. Now, I always recommend using good quality compost because that will help the germination process. Once you've filled in your module with the compost of your choice, water this. Don't try and apply the seeds or sow the seeds directly onto dry compost. So I'm going to water this and I'll explain why this is important. Right, so I've watered in the compost and you can see that it's settled in nicely and it's taken shape of the module. More importantly, the reason why you do this is because when we sow the seeds now, the seeds will actually stick to the compost and not wash away to the side. The next step is to take our seeds. They are very small, so I wouldn't recommend doing this on a windy day. Right, so just take a pinch of seeds and sprinkle them in every module. Now, it's difficult to get an accurate number, but I recommend no more than 7 or 8 seeds. Now, that might sound like a lot, but what you got to remember is not every seed will germinate. So by sowing a bit more than what they recommend on the packet, you're almost guaranteeing a germination. The next thing we need to do once we've sowed our seeds is just take a little bit of compost and you want to lightly cover each module. Now, the reason why this is important is because the seeds need light to germinate. Right, I've covered the seeds now, and just to show you how loose the top layer is, there's not much on there at all. Okay, so I've watered in our seeds now, and you can see that the compost has taken position. So that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and share this video with your friends and family. Now, in order for your seeds to germinate, there are 2 conditions that have to be met. One I've already mentioned. They need light to germinate, and the second, they need heat. If you're growing these in the summer, then you can leave them in your greenhouse or a cold frame or even on your windowsill and they will germinate. And in about 2 to 3 weeks time, and it does take that long, so you have to be patient with them. And while you are waiting, make sure that the compost doesn't ever dry out. Keep it nice and moist. So in about 2 to 3 weeks, your seeds will start to germinate and you will get small plants like this. You can see how beautiful these have grown. I've used exactly the same method which I've shown you in this video, the sowing method. So it's very important that you do follow exactly what I'm suggesting. Okay, so the next step in the process is transplanting. Now, what do I mean by that? Transplanting means we're moving the plant from one container to another. And in this case, we're going to move these small plants from these modules into this container. As I said earlier, you can replicate this in whatever container or container size that you wish, depending on how much basil you want to grow. Now, if you remember earlier on in the video, I said it's important to start your seeds in module trays. Now, why is that important? Well, when we transplant them, you want the plant to come out the pot easily. At the same time, and more importantly, you don't want the compost or the plant size to be very big, because you want the compost and the plant to fit into your next pot. If you grew one plant into a pot this size, then you can see you're not going to get many plants in there. So always start your seeds in modules if you can. So what's the technique of planting these in there? Well, believe it or not, it's absolutely easy as possible. You simply create a hole with your fingers and you pop them in. I'll give you another example. So I'll just take another plant out, take that out, create a hole and position them in. You may be thinking, how close should I plant these? Well, you can plant them as close as possible. Here's another tip that you should follow. If you look at this module, you're probably thinking that that's very dry. Now that is intentional because I know that I was going to transplant them into a bigger pot. Had you watered these, the compost would be very soggy and wet, making it more difficult for you to transplant, and also there would be a danger for the roots to break and get disturbed. So when you do transplant, make sure that the compost is dry. It'll just make your life a bit easier. And as I said, there's no danger of the plant getting disturbed. I'm going to go ahead and just fill this pot up. Okay, amazing. So you can see that I've planted them as close as possible, but I've not crammed them in. And the reason for that is because as they grow now, they will need that space to establish. And now that we've transplanted our plants into the bigger pot, now is the time to water these in, and you want to give them plenty of water for them to settle into the new home and to start the growing process again. Okay, so how do you maintain this now? Basil are very thirsty, so you will need to keep them well watered, especially if the weather is very warm. Sometimes you need to water them at least twice a week, and maybe more depending on the size of your pot. I'm lucky because in this one the pot is quite large, so we can hold the water for longer. The second most important thing is, if you are growing basil in smaller pots, then you need to remember that the nutrients in your compost will run out quicker than growing them in larger pots. So what I would recommend is using a fertilizer. A tomato feed is absolutely perfect for you to feed on a regular basis. And finally, keep them in a sunny spot. Basil thrive in heat and direct sunlight. So the more sunlight you can give them, the more they will grow and they will establish like this. I want to hear your thoughts on this basil in the comment section. So please leave me a comment and let me know if you're going to be growing basil like this, or if this video has helped you. And if it has, please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.